Today we're gonna start off with the NS 5301 as it pulls up onto the storage track and backs down Anthony Salvage with the empty nitrogen tanker. I hope you've been enjoying my new narrated videos. If you do, please let us know. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're fixing to pull forward. Now that we've coupled. Here comes 5301. Pulling back onto Garrettville Yard, storage main. It's just the name to get the track. As you can see, we now have two full loaded gondolas, JOBS as well. We're going to back down onto United Plastics and pick up those two empty post hoppers and the empty Tropicana reefer. Your conductor today is Fat Belly Bill, and your engineer is Steve. Alright, we're fixing to go over to Garrett Mine and pick up three of the open hoppers full of granite chips. We have the clearance, pull onto the main outbound, back down the extension track between the main outbound and the Garrett Mine team truck. In the foreground, you'll notice the new Co-op Trucking Company. Different trucking companies have all gathered together to form a co-op. There's Golden Angels Trucking. There's also Classy Night Trucking. Alright, we're going to stop here and take a little lunch. Now after lunch, we're going to go ahead and go get those hoppers. As you can see, the front loaders have been working today. Today's Tuesday. Garrett Mine is open on Monday through Friday and sometimes on Saturdays. In the foreground here, you see Garrettville Caterpillar. They distribute different medicines, different machines, and the like. They're mainly just a distributor. They don't really get into the maintenance end of it, although they do have a Caterpillar maintenance truck, if needed, mainly for the mine. All right, here we go. We're going to start loading these hoppers. All right, here we go. Hopper 1, loaded. Load hopper 2. It's load hopper 3. Alright. We've got our loaded hoppers, and we're going to head back to the transition track from Garrett 19 track to the outbound main. Here we go. We've got clearance to pull on to the outbound main. In the background there, you see the new NS Maintenance of Way and a distribution center for NS, Norfolk Southern. It's a sub yard off of Garrettville Yard. On our freelance layout here, most of our outbound trains go to Newcastle, which is in Pennsylvania or Ohio or somewhere in that area with CSX. And then we also have a Manchester yard. I think that's going to be in New Hampshire. We're going to call it New Hampshire. And that's where some of our rolling stock comes from as well. Of course, all of this is off of the layout, but you got to come from somewhere. There's Big Belly Bill and Phil. Big Belly Bill and Phil. That rhymes. Go figure. All right. We got a connection. Got a coupling. That means the train is ready to be outbound. And now we're going to call it 34 outbound. I think that one's going back to Manchester. Not sure. All right, we're going to go park this 5301 for the day, tie it down. Fixing to pull on the main, then back down on the transition, then go to the Garrett 19 track, and then, of course, pull on to the NS substation team track. Let's watch. And the background, you can hear a radio station with Dr. DJ playing. He does that from 9 o'clock in the morning until about 5 in the afternoon. Just another way of giving you some information and news, and also playing some good music, which is basically church music and folk music. That's all people like me.
Good morning. Hello.
It keeps them busy.
Out to you guys here in Tampa, Florida. This is your host, Dr. DJ, in the house, coming to you powered and live from Garrettville Radio Station, number 365. 96.5.
All right, that concludes this video. God bless. We love you, and we'll see you next time. As one of our video people out there always say, keep it on the high end.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
God bless.
I accidentally choked on a little bit of I did not choke, thank God, but I had a tickle in my throat, right? Yeah. Just a minute, please. Good morning, everyone. This is your host, Dr. DJ, in the house. Coming to you live here on Garrettville Radio Station number. It's 98.65. Coming to you live here. Coming to you live here. Garrettville Radio Station in Tampa. Ladies and gentlemen, as I just